Hi, name is Jiggity Hounds, folks. I'm your host, Mr. Scepterstein, and welcome back to part 15 of Let's Play Super Smash Brothers. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Woo! In the last episode, we did a bunch of treasure hunt stuff. We got the Dark Burst and made our way back to Sanctuary. It would be really difficult for me to explain where this elevator is. So just watch the last episode and you'll figure it out. You'll figure everything out, including the answer to life. All right? Okay, so over here, earlier in the playthrough, I actually bombed this thing here at one point. I can't remember exactly specifically when I did, but you bomb this before you, I think before you do the Echo Visor part, and make your way into Dark Aether. Because I knew I was coming back this way, so it's important that you bomb this wall, the tunnel ahead of time. Now there is a missile expansion in Light Aether in here that I haven't gotten yet, but I will explain why, and I will be getting it, but I'm just holding it off a little bit later. Scan these diligence drones because they're actually corrupted, as opposed to the not corrupted ones. And then you've got a stupid Metroid that wants to just tag along for some reason. But I'm going to ignore it. I was going to give it the lovely expensive I was going to give it the lovely expensive death, but at this time I've decided against such an action. It wouldn't be fair on it or me. More specifically me, because I don't have the time, man. I don't have the time. Don't have the motivation. So basically where we're going right now is we're heading all the way back to the entrance of Sanctuary Fortress. Also, there's a Dark Ink Smasher here. You can ignore it, except if you don't have any power bombs, which, oh my god! So first off, I'm actually going to go over here because in Light Aether, this would be a map station, but in Dark Aether, it's an ammo station, and ammo is more important than knowing where you're going. That's a lie. Both are, like, equally important, especially in this context. I'm going to skip this because you don't really need to see it. Now that we've got that, I'm not going to have to worry about running low on power bombs, because that happens too often, and it's always a paranoia thing that I've got going on. I think that's actually the last one we'll need for a while. Here, I'll show you what the Annihilator Beam is capable of. It actually creates a bigger portal, a bigger beacon safe zone, and it also pulls in the Aang. It actually pulls them in. It actively pulls them. By the way, you should scan those before you just run straight through them. Now, screw attack all the way to the end here. You may need a few attempts at this because this requires every single one to be, like, meticulously perfect. You need to really learn how to extend your jumps. And now you got to do the same thing back, but at least this one's a little bit more forgiving because it's not as far. And now get the Dark Visor out. Whew. My ear is itching. And that feels really weird. Oh. Usually my inner ear itches every now and again. It's been a thing I've had for years, man. You don't care. Give me a sec to deal with it. It's really bothering me right now. Okay, I'm good now. It happens every so often. Man, is it fun to scratch. Oh, it's great. The relief is almost palpable. Okay. So as you can see, you can just use a regular power beam thing on the way through, but you know. Safe station over there behind that missile door. Usually if there's a missile door, there's usually a safe station behind it. That's kind of a rule of thumb that you can follow. Not always, but usually. Because they don't make it very easy to save. Alright. So now we're done here. We're going back to the Hall of Combat Mastery. dark portal, because we're actually going to light Aether now, and we are essentially at this point now we're heading back to the Spider Ball Guardian area. So, but I'm going through light Aether because I'm finally going to deal with the missile expansion that I've been neglecting in there. And also show you again how to deal with the Ing Smashers in a way that is a damn sight easier than trying to fight them normally. Because for some reason, Dark Ing Smashers are easier than the actual Ing Smashers here in this particular world, which doesn't make any sense to me. Or maybe I'm just fighting them wrong. But as you come through here, he activates, as does he. So I'm actually going to lure them both into a similar spot. I actually wonder if I can get all three of them to activate. Hang on. Because in a very rare circumstance, you can make all three of them activate at once. Can I make them activate? No. Darn. But are they both coming, or is it just this guy? Okay, fine. They're both far away. So just drop power bombs. Power bombs are the best way to... best way to reach puberty fast. Proven. They're particularly annoying because they like to, hey, I scanned this before. Apparently I've never taken this elevator, which is weird. But, anyway. Now's your chance to take the elevator. And I missed the fucking missile expansion. Give me a sec. Okay, now that you've dealt with all of them and you didn't go up the elevator like a total dipshit like me, head through this way and be oh, come on. Fortunately, those Ing Smashers will not return. I usually actually wait for these to go start moving again before I jump. Just because it gives me a little bit more leeway, and it doesn't, the lasers don't push me back down where I was trying to go, so. Oh, hey, come on. I almost made that. Or not. What the fuck, man? This happens every time. Whenever I press the recording button, I just can't do anything. Ever. Ever. And it's really annoying me, man. Hey, no, hey, come on, no! Oh, I made it. Whoa. Okay. All right. We're good. We're... I made it. All right. Now that that strenuous piece of crap is over, I really don't like that puzzle, okay? I really don't. But I had to do it, because screw you. All right, I'm going to meet you at the top of the elevator, so I'm not showing that again. Okay, we're here now. You're not an idiot like me. Okay. So basically we're bypassing all the stuff here because there's not really that much important stuff. We're going to the... No. We're going up this way. Actually, I'm going to do something else real quick. No, I've already done that. Think. Think. Thinking is difficult, but it's something that's sort of necessary. Think. You've done this shit before. Okay? Whoa! I nearly thought I was going to miss that. But I didn't. Thankfully. So you can screw attack over here if you want. Saves you a bit of time. Okay, now as we head through here, make absolutely sure that you have a power bomb. If you don't, kill these pill bugs to get one. Legit. Thankfully, these pill bugs actually do drop power bombs if you need them. I learned that before this very episode, actually, because I was stuck in the ventilation shaft before this area. Well, not before this area, but before a power bomb door. And I went back in a desperate attempt to try and get some power bomb ammo. Unfortunately, some pillbugs dropped some, so yeah. Shoutouts to pillbug, even though I hate bugs. Alright, now be careful when you come through here, because this will happen otherwise. You'll die a death, and it will be sad, and people will mourn you and cry. No. It's Monday morning. That's why people cry on Mondays. Alright, now that you've done all the wonderful things in the world, shoot this piece of crap, and then shoot it again, and then jump up at it, and make sure that you pull back your forward momentum, because if you don't, you'll just fall to your death, and you don't really want that, do you? No, you don't. Yes, I made it. Ugh. Okay, now we're pretty much done here. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to head all the way back to the Torvus Bog. And I'm going to show you the quickest way to get there, because fortunately, you don't have to worry about like going like billions of light miles out of your way. There's a very quick and easy way to get back here if you've followed my project, or if you know the existence of the elevator in particular that I'm about to show you. I was about to walk right into that if I didn't have stopped. If I didn't have. Alright, so head through this door over here. You should recognize where we're going. We are basically going back to the watch station area. Oh, I can actually make it up there sometimes. But in this case, I didn't. Okay, and we want to go back through this one over here. So in here, if you remember, there's a missile expansion. To get it, you go left, right, right, left. Bop! There you go. I already got it, so I didn't need to show you. Alright, so now drop down. And head over here. These things are so annoying. You want to shoot a little bit ahead of them, actually. And, yeah. Not because they walk into it, but because I think their hitboxes are actually slightly to like forward compared to anywhere else on them. Because whenever I lock on and it misses in between them, it usually clearly looks like it should have hit them, but it doesn't, so it's just kind of annoying like that. Okay, so you should recognize this. This is basically where the training chamber is. This is where we also got another missile expansion. When we're in here, you're going to head through the dark door towards where the Grenchlers are first, so that's on your left. And also, while you're coming through here, you can get an energy tank, which will be the second to last one we need to get. In order to get it, jump up into this bomb slot here. And go to this particular... No, it's this one. I'm thinking. Okay, so then head to this one here. This, oh, fuck. Okay, now that you've done that, and this is totally not the first take. No, why would it be? That would imply that I messed something up. Which, I've clearly forgotten how to do this morph ball jumping thing. Now that you've done that, try and get up this one fast before the thing happens to turn back around again. And make you cry. Because it will make me cry. And if it makes me cry, anything will make you cry, right? It's sad. Okay, so now that you've done that, phantasmical. And you just continue on through here. Whoa! Alright, you recognize this room? It's the Grenchler room, yep. Hey, come on! I should have made it across there. I don't particularly wish to deal with the Grenchlers right now. And I don't particularly wish to deal with them when they're, like, borderline always crashing into one another. So we're coming through here because there's another Sky Temple key in this very room. And I'll give you a little bit of helpful advice. These are little watch drones. Shoot the thing above them, but actually shoot them with an Annihilator beam, because the Annihilator beam lasts the longest and will usually actually basically make it so that you can get through here without having to worry about the things closing on you. So then I'll get this and kill it, get the key, and then I'm just worried about them closing because it'll just waste my time. Because once these safe spots disappear, the watch drones will go back to where they were sitting before, which you can imagine would be sort of annoying. Alright, head back to Light Aether now. Bump the mic stand with your boob. And, well, technically I bumped the pop filter. My $15 investment. Alright, now head through the Annihilator beam doors over on this hand side of the room. This hand side is a very descriptive analogy. And if you like underwater morph ball shit, there's plenty more where that came from. This one has some nerve-wracking points because, well, hey, check it out. You gotta do this bullshit again. You gotta make sure you time your morph ball jumps. But in addition to that, there's also some points where you have to jump across chasms, sort of. And it can be very nerve-wracking because if you mess it up, you gotta do this all again. And I don't know about you, but I don't fancy doing stuff like that. All of this for a missile expansion, man. Come on. Yeah, so this here. Yeah, you can see how that would be, like, extremely nerve-wracking, right? Alright, so now we're done here. Let's head through here. I might extend this part a little bit just so that we get a little bit more concise stuff, because we're almost done with what we're trying to do here. Firstly, I think there's some decent points I can probably stop. So powerbomb this, and then you'll have to wait to be able to powerbomb the drain as well. But do it. Now that you've done that, try and get the left one first. Perfect. I'm getting another missile expansion in here. That's what this is all for. That's once you've done that. I'll skip the second cutscene of this because you can kind of tell what's going to happen. There, you've activated its left eye. And now we're going to try and reactivate its right eye, which will make it so that we can... It'll just deactivate that shield and make it so that we can actually get to the missile expansion that's there. Actually, I'll probably end this episode when we get this missile expansion. There you go. Deactivates the shield. And then try and keep here, because when you're here like this, it's easier to get around, to get up here. And there you go. Cool. All right. So I'll see you guys back in the next episode as we continue, get a couple more missile expansions, and basically be almost done. There's a couple more things that we need to get. One more missile expansion, 2 more power bomb expansions, and some other things. And yeah, we'll be able to finish this game in like 2 more episodes, I would imagine. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. But man, part 15. All right. I'll see you guys next time.